Welcome to the Joe Rogan Experience. Today, we have a very special guest, General Lee Oliver, Military General of the New California Republic. General, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Joe. It's an honor to be here.
So, General Oliver, can you tell us a little bit about the New California Republic and your role in it?
The New California Republic is a democratic federation that was formed from the ruins of the old world. Our goal and my quest are to restore order and rebuild civilization in the wasteland. I believe myself to be the effective leader of NCR military operations in the Mojave Wasteland.
That sounds like a pretty big responsibility. What kind of challenges do you face in the Mojave Wasteland?
Well, the Mojave Wasteland is a hostile environment, to say the least. We have to deal with raiders, mutants, and other dangerous creatures on a daily basis. Plus, there are other factions in the area that don't exactly see eye to eye with us.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be a tricky situation. How does the NCR deal with these other factions?
We try to maintain a peaceful relationship with other factions whenever possible. But we're not afraid to use force if necessary. Our primary goal is to protect the citizens of the NCR and establish a stable government in the region.
I see. So, what kind of progress has the NCR made in the Mojave Wasteland?
We've made significant progress in securing the region and establishing a stable government. We've brought law and order to areas that were once lawless, and we've helped to rebuild infrastructure that was destroyed during the war.
That's impressive, but I'm sure there are still challenges ahead. What kind of future do you see for the NCR and the Mojave Wasteland?
I see a bright future for both the NCR and the Mojave Wasteland. We have a lot of work to do, but I believe that we can create a thriving civilization in the wasteland. Of course, there will always be challenges, but I'm confident that we can overcome them and create a better future for everyone.
General Oliver, I've heard some rumors about Camp Searchlight. Can you tell us more about it?
Sure. Camp Searchlight is a former NCR military installation that was recently hit with a radioactive waste spill. It's now overrun with feral ghouls and other dangerous creatures.
That sounds pretty intense. Have you ever been there?
I have, and I can tell you that it's not a place for the faint of heart.
Well, that's exactly why I may be interested in checking it out. Do you think it would be possible for me to accompany a group of NCR soldiers on a mission to Camp Searchlight?
I'm afraid I can't authorize that, Joe. Camp Searchlight is too dangerous for civilians to be wandering around. It's strictly off-limits to non-military personnel.
I understand your concerns, General, but I think it would be a great opportunity for me to see firsthand the dangers that the NCR faces in the Mojave Wasteland. Can I at least hear your explanation of what happened?
Okay, here goes. The short and simple story is that Legion spies infiltrated the base. To take us out, they scouted spent nuclear rods, eventually releasing them, effectively destroying our base.
That's an interesting story. I'm still planning on a possible future investigation, but we'll see in the future. Another question, if you may. Now, the second battle of Hoover Dam may be something that could happen in the future, just between you and me, but what is the general idea of your plans for defense?
The general plan is to fortify the dam with artillery and troops and establish a perimeter around it. We have a significant military presence in the area and will be ready to repel any attack. Then, I will launch a completely unexpected attack which has no chances of failing, by gathering my troops for a full-on assault towards the dam. I don't see what could go wrong.
That doesn't seem like the most airtight plan. What if the Legion launches counterattacks? Also, what kind of attacks do you anticipate?
While Legion counterattacks and flanks may be possible, our intel is excellent and completely flawless enough that we can determine they have no other tricks up their sleeves. We anticipate a frontal attack from the Legion. Their new attempt to take the dam will be in vain.
That sounds like a serious threat. Do you think the NCR can handle it?
Absolutely. We have the best trained troops in the wasteland, and we have the resources and firepower to defend the dam. We're confident that we can repel any attack and protect the citizens of the NCR.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. It sounds like the NCR is in good hands, at least in your own words, with you as its military leader. I'm still kind of worried, though. You didn't hear it from me, though. General Oliver, I've heard about your rival, Legate Lanius, who leads the Legion's military forces. Can you tell us more about him and what makes him such a formidable opponent?
Lanius is a brutal and ruthless warrior, feared by many in the wasteland. He's known for his military prowess and his ability to inspire his troops to fight to the death. He's a polar opposite of me, and we have very different views on how to lead and protect our people.
What do you think are the strengths and weaknesses of his tactics?
Lanius' strength lies in his ability to inspire his troops to fight fiercely, even in the face of overwhelming odds. He's also a master of strategy and tactics, able to anticipate his enemies' moves and outmaneuver them. However, his weakness is that he's often too focused on conquest and domination, and doesn't always consider the long-term consequences of his actions. At least that's what I think.
That's interesting. Have you ever faced him in battle?
No, I haven't yet, but I'm confident enough he isn't as tough and scary as he sounds. After all, I am the Chad and he is the Soy Jack. I have faith in my troops and our strategy, and I believe we can defeat him if necessary.
That's an interesting way to put it. Well, it sounds like you're ready for whatever comes your way. Thanks again for joining us today, General Oliver.
Thank you, Joe. It was a pleasure to be here.
Are you tired of the same old casinos with their stuffy atmosphere and boring games? Then it's time to hit up the Atomic Wrangler, where the party never stops. At the Atomic Wrangler, we've got everything you need to have a good time. From our wide selection of hookers and slot machines and table games to our legendary live entertainment. And with our friendly whores, I mean staff, and our unbeatable prices, you won't find a better place to let loose and blow off some steam. But the Atomic Wrangler is more than just a casino. We're also your one-stop shop for all your needs in Freeside. From our full-service bar to our top-of-the-line hotel rooms, we've got you covered. And with our convenient location right on the Strip, you'll be in the heart of the action in no time. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to the Atomic Wrangler and experience the thrill of gambling like never before. Remember, the Atomic Wrangler, where the fun never stops. Thanks to all you wonderful folks down at the Atomic Wrangler for sponsoring the Joe Rogan Experience, the new California Republic's #1 podcast. And can someone please tell Destiny that I've sent her payment via the Mojave Express? One of their couriers picked it up and is on their way to deliver it to her right now. I think it was Courier 6. And will someone also tell Destiny to stop threatening me? She keeps saying she's going to tell my wife about what we did, and honestly, I really don't need that right now. While we wait for our next guest, we're going to take a quick break from the conversation to talk about one of our sponsors. And this one is really special because it's a product that's exclusive to Mojave Wasteland. I'm talking about Wasteland water, the purest and most refreshing water you can find out here in the desert. Now, I know what you're thinking. Joe, how can water be special? It's just water. But let me tell you, folks, out here in the Wasteland, finding clean and safe drinking water can be a real challenge. That's where Wasteland Water comes in. They use state-of-the-art filtration technology to purify every drop of water they collect, so you can be sure that you're drinking something that's not going to make you sick. And let me tell you, folks, this water tastes amazing. It's crisp and refreshing, and it'll quench your thirst like nothing else. So if you're traveling through the Mojave and you need something to drink, look for the Wasteland Water logo. You won't regret it. And the best part is, they're offering a special discount code just for my listeners. Use the code JOEDO2281 at checkout for 10% off your first purchase. That's JOEDO2281 at checkout for 10% off your first purchase of Wasteland Water. Don't wait, folks. Get your hands on the best water in the Mojave Wasteland today.
Hail the People's Republic!